Hello everyone, I'm working on making a studio and this is where we're at right now. Lighting is not great, it's good but it's not great. Too many shadows, too many dim spots. I need to spread the lights around a little bit more. In order to do that, I need to buy some more light bulbs, and well, the light bulbs I like to use are a little pricey. And there's a reason for it. I can get in here and I can grab one of my light bulbs with my phone and turn it red, and you can see the difference already. And I can turn it blue if I really feel like it. Purple, let's go purple. Okay, and I can go get the other one and let's turn it purple too. Oh, that one's purple. Let's grab the other one, let's make it purple. And it does change the tone of the room a little bit. It dims it. I've got a monitor right here. I can see what the camera's doing. So I keep looking over. I probably ought to do it like this. There. Now I'm looking at you guys and the monitor at the same time. But if I'm looking back to white, you can already see the color change, and I haven't tied them together yet so that both of them do the same thing. And I want to get 4 or 5 more and scatter them around the room so it looks like I've got good lighting, because that will be good lighting. I'm only running 2 right now. Then I'm running a floor lamp that has 5 light bulbs on it pointing everywhere in the room. I need to change those light bulbs out to the same as these up here where I can control the color. I can even control the color temperature on these guys and make the room a little different. Okay, that way I can set the tone a little bit when I make my videos. So I'm working on doing this correctly. Like I can have one that color and I can have one on the reddish spectrum. There we go. And I want to replace these 5 other light bulbs with the same kind of light bulbs so I can completely control the tone in here. Another problem I have, and I keep looking down, I need to look at you all. You're that way, you're not here. Okay. Other problem I have is that the lights are way up high and it makes shiny head. Okay, feel like the Three Stooges moment's done. Okay. Anyhow, I get shiny head, so I gotta fix that. Get some makeup. I'm gonna have to wear makeup. No, I'm not. That is gonna be annoying, so I'm not gonna wear makeup. But anyhow, this is where I'm at. I spent 3 or 4 days setting this up so that it looks good when I talk to you all. We don't have our disturbances. Unfortunately, the cats can't get in here right now because the door is closed. And they would love to be in here. I might put a cat door in that door. If I do, there'll be a video on it. I got some videos coming up. Now that I've got this, it's easy for me to walk in here, turn off the freezer, come in here, make a video, and leave, because this room, that's my dog, this room is dedicated for this now. Okay, it is not for any other purpose. I do have the hobby room upstairs, and I'm working on that. Okay, now for my weekly update this week, let's talk. My weight is flatlined. It's running at 222 right now. It's dropping a little bit, fluctuating, normal fluctuations like you would expect. I need to do something about that. I got blood pressure monitor and I've got blood sugar monitor. Since I no longer have health insurance, I'm going to have to monitor these things. I haven't done the blood sugar yet. The blood pressure came out a little high, so I'm going to have to get up and start exercising, heaven forbid. It's not that I'm not active. Okay, I am fairly active. I am up, I am moving every day. I'm power washing the driveway. I moved a lot of furniture out here. The 2 bookcases behind me I videoed that a little bit. Okay, this desk, we moved it in here today. Microphone isn't attached to anything. I gotta fix him. He needs to be attached. I need to decorate these bookcases. I'm currently printing a huge model. Huge. In fact, once I finally got the first 8 build plates done, I laid them out on the ground. I was like, what the hell am I building? It's got 40 build plates. And in case you don't understand what that means, a build plate is the plate area. It's 250 by 250 millimeters for the printer I have. And that build plate is full every time I print. So far, I have spent probably 25, 30 hours printing, and I've only covered 6 of the build plates. The 7th build plate is going right now. It's a 10-hour print. You'll know when it's done because it's going to be back here, and when I get far enough along on it, it'll start showing up on the model channel. I am going to put lighting on it. I'm going to have to revive my electronics techniques a little bit. And yeah, that's coming up. Health-wise, again, I'm doing fine. I do have my moments where I fluctuate up and down. I do know when I have not been eating, it shows up a little bit. So I got the blood sugar monitor. I need to know what's going on. I get low blood sugar. That means I need to eat something, but I'm not eating carbs. So, that's got to be corrected. And yeah, the other thing, diets. I'm going to talk about diets a little bit. When you're on a diet, okay, I've talked to 3 or 4 people who tried the low carb diet like I'm doing, and they have told me that it's hard for them to follow it. And part of that is no one else is following it around them. For example, this weekend, my daughters were here, and they wanted pizza, and they want this, and they want that. I made a macaroni and cheese, and we had ham, and I had ham and a salad. They had ham and macaroni and cheese. And it's hard to stay on a diet when people around you are not following the same diet. Plus, I do get cravings sometimes, like I really wanted to eat their mac and cheese. The problem with that is I'll get an insulin spike like you all have seen in earlier videos, and that insulin spike means my blood sugar is going up, and I don't care what medicine I'm on, that isn't going to correct that. Medicine doesn't fix that sort of problem, okay? It just does not do it. So I'm going to have to monitor my diet and use my diet to get out of my health problems. It's possible. My brother's wife, my sister-in-law, was telling me this weekend that my brother, who put himself on this diet about 2 years ago, had very normal blood test results this week. Okay, and I need to be there. My blood test results have been all very good, but I've been taking medicine. I'm not taking medicine now. I don't have health insurance. And without health insurance, I don't have $300 to go to the doctor for a doctor visit. Although without health insurance, it's probably cheaper. Don't know. I'll have to go and see. But, needless to say, I can't get my medications anymore without a doctor visit. So if I want medicine for, say, blood pressure, I have to go to the doctor, spend my time at the doctor, okay, have him do his blood test, have him do everything. There goes $300 or $400 because the blood tests aren't going to be cheap. And then I got to pay out of pocket for the medicines. Or I can just monitor my health and my diet and correct it with my diet and not pay all that money. So that's the route I'm taking, plus fixing it with my diet and some exercise is the healthier route to go. Okay? One of the things, and I'm going to do this real quick. Let's see if it works. It's working. I'm looking at the screen too much. One of the things I'm working on is, I should have had the camera here to begin with. One of the things I'm working on is correcting my diet with food. I ate my way into this. Medicine isn't going to get me out. All medicine does for things like diabetes and being overweight is it masks the symptoms. Yes, we got all these Hollywood stars who aren't overweight to begin with, taking Ozempic and other things to lose weight, but they look like disease skeletons when they do it. They're not healthy anymore. And I want to be healthy. I'm 60, 61, and I've got young daughters, and I need to be around for them. And taking some drugs to mask my health problems isn't the way to do it. And that's what the medical profession wants you to do. They want you taking these drugs to make them money. That's the only way I got to say it. Because they could work on fixing these things, and they're not. Okay? You go to the doctor, what do they tell you? Oh, you need to take this medicine. They don't tell you you need to change your diet. I've only had one tell me that. You need to change your diet. They tell me I need to lose weight. I need to eat less. They don't tell me it's what I'm eating that's the problem. Okay? Well, I'm going to cut this off here because I still have a lot of work to do. It's starting to get dark outside. There were 2 things on my to-do list today that I didn't get to because I spent all my time in here. One, I want to get a new capacitor for my AC unit. Don't want that going out. We're now moving into Texas summer, which means 95, 98-degree days for the next 3 or 4 months. For June, July, August, September. It won't be till late October that we start moving back to the 80s. It was like an 80-degree day today. It wasn't too bad because it was really overcast. And we're going to have some rain tonight. We need the rain. But, yeah, I didn't get those two things done. Tomorrow I will get the readings off the capacitor. I just need to pull the label, go to Amazon, buy 2 or 3. That way when the capacitor pops off, I can just go out and replace it instead of spending $300 on a technician to replace it. It's literally 3 wires and a hold-down bolt. Literally. And it's one of the major things that everyone spends money on. My brother's telling me down in Houston they won't even help you with capacitors anymore. They have to do more. In other words, they're not going to charge you $200 to fix the capacitor. They're going to come out and tell you they got to change the compressor. They're going to tell you they got to come out and do this. They're going to tell you they got to come out and do that. They want more money than that $200-300. And I'm sorry, I'm not rich. I'm poor. So I'm learning how to fix a few things, like my car. You know, thinking about that, back in the 1950s, your air conditioner broke on the house, your dad fixed it. Your car broke, your dad fixed it. There were mechanics, yes, there were. And you could trust them. You take your car down there, pay $100, you could trust them. Now, you can't. Well, anyhow, this video is long enough. I'm going to stop here. That rant about fixing things on your own is for another day. And I'm going to start making my rant videos that I used to make. I got one brewing in the back of my head about college student cheating. I'm in a position to know just how much college students are cheating. I need to move the camera closer. It's too far away, and I don't want to look at it. I need to move it closer and put it right there, okay? Which is literally the other side of the desk. So I got some work to do in here, but right now, this is starting to look right. This is going to look like what you would see if you watched someone else's YouTube channel, other than the lighting problems back here, they need to be fixed. But it's going to look like what you would see if you went to a YouTube channel. That's my goal here. I want to look professional. People will watch me quicker if it looks professional instead of like, what the heck are you doing? Okay? So I'll be back next time you see this. It should be improved a lot. All right? And I'll play with the color lighting, the temperatures, all sorts of things. And we'll get this right. We'll get this right. Okay? You all have a good one. And I'm going to start making shorts this week. I've got a second microphone like this, hooking it up to my computer in my office. This isn't my office. This is a spare bedroom. I'm going to hook up the computer in my office so I can do voiceovers. Then I'm going to start making documentary videos. Okay? I'm good at researching things. I already have some in my head. I want to talk about the food pyramid, the history of the food pyramid. I want to talk about a few other things in life, okay? Like tobacco companies. I grew up with the tobacco companies dominating everything. And what has happened to them, where have they gone? All right, I'm not going to talk about politics. Food ventures into politics a little bit because they've made it politics. But we're not going there. We're not going into politics. Just to reassure you all, if I'm going to go into politics, I will make another channel. You all have a good one, and I will be back soon. I power washed the driveway. I'm going to start putting those videos up. Some of them are just going to be shorts of me power washing because people actually watch those. And I'm going to make a couple of power washing videos of just music with the power washer going. So you can ignore them if you don't want to watch them, but a lot of people like to watch those, and that'll get me some traffic to the channel. You all have a good one. Like, subscribe, and share.